welcome back. It has been quite a night here at Crimewatch. Hundreds and hundreds of calls. All the details in just a moment, but first let me give you a quick reminder of tonight's special Madeleine McCann appeal.
As I opened it a bit, I kind of looked into the room. I guess I was looking at Madeleine's bed and I couldn't make her out. And it was literally at that point, the curtains that were closed just kind of whoosh. And then I could see that the window had been pushed right over and the shutters were up. So I kind of knew straight away then that Madeleine had been taken.
Well, DCI Andy Redwood is heading up the Madeleine McCann Special Investigation Team. I said we've had hundreds and hundreds of calls. The important thing is, have we had important calls for you?
We have, Kirsty. We've had an overwhelming response and we're so grateful to the public. You know, we are fighting really hard for Madeleine McCann and the public are joining us this evening in that fight.
I would imagine you've got a huge amount of information, I know, to sift through. I can see your detectives right now doing that very thing, and there'll be more coming in, no doubt, over the coming days, weeks and maybe even months. Can you tell me whether or not there are specific things, even though you might not be able to give me the detail of them, that you are really interested in tonight?
Yes, we've had a number of calls from people who were actually in the resort at the time, which just really confirms to me the value of what we're doing this evening. There are still members of our community out there who have got key bits of information that could help us to unlock this case. Right,
these are bits of information you're really interested in, and we should just remind people of these e-fits that were released today by you and that we showed tonight. Just explain who this man is.
Yes, I mean, these two e-fits are the same man, not in the public domain before. Is a chap walking down towards the sea, 10 p.m, and in his arms is a child who has got blonde hair, 3 to 4 years of age, who on description looks like Madeleine McCann. It's really important for us to get a name for this individual.
Andy, I think it's really useful as well to show people a map of where this man was walking, because again, it's very different from that sighting that threw the thing off track for a while. Tell us where he was.
Yeah, well, the man is walking down towards the sea, towards the heart of the town, and this route does not appear to be the route that we're taking as a quick escape route out of Prada Luz. So it's really interesting to us to understand who he is.
There were various sightings of what we're choosing to describe as fair-haired men, blonde men, in and around the apartment where the McCanns were staying in Portugal. Why is that important?
1 or 2 men lurking around the apartments on the day that Madeleine went missing or in the days leading up to it. But it's really important to say, though, Kirsty, that if this is you and it is an innocent sighting, have the courage to come forward. We really need to take out those innocent sightings.
That's almost as important, isn't it? People to say, I'm counting myself out, you should count me out from this investigation. Burglaries at the time, there was a spike, a 4-fold increase, and also charity collections, quite unusual in a holiday resort.
Yes, very much so. And, you know, on the day that Madeleine went missing, 4 events during that afternoon in a very short window of time, very close to the apartment that she was staying in. 2 e-fits that we've released to the public this evening. Names, please.
OK, it's all on the website. People should take a close look. Let's go over to Matthew now.
Now, back to the shocking attempted murder of 27-year-old Atif Ali in Luton in May.
And I've just kind of kneeled over to kind of rub the bumper and see if there was any damage to it. As I'm getting back up and about to turn around, I heard a loud bang. I've had overall 7 operations now on my leg. The next morning I was told by the doctor I'd actually lost something along the lines of approximately 18 bags of blood.
Well, Ian Morgan is leading the case on this one. He's back with me. Ian, what has come in tonight?
Yeah, we had some really interesting information about the e-fits. We've been given a name and a locality. I've got some officers at this time. We're looking into that, and we're going to try and develop that and see where that takes us.
Now, just in the last 5 minutes, you've had a very interesting call about the weapon.
Yeah, we had some interesting information about a sawn-off shotgun found in a sports bag in a county not too far away from Bedfordshire, and that firearm will be getting recovered and that will be sent off for testing.
Now, we showed CCTV of the vehicles in our main programme. What information on that?
Yeah, we've had some information on the vehicles. I'm still trying to trace the silver Mondeo in the previous 24 hours to this shooting, and I'm also trying to seek information from people that may have seen the people walk away from that car after it had been dumped in Fieldgate, Sandgate Road on the junction there. I believe people must have seen the vehicle that the people who got out of that Mondeo must have got into. And at this time, I'm still looking for the Audi A6. That vehicle's not been recovered. and I'm still trying to find the driver of that car. I believe he might have vital information in regards to Mondeo.
And just briefly and finally, this attack, plenty of potential witnesses.
Lots of people about, broad daylight, people came to a chief's aid, and if they hadn't have done so, this could have been so much worse.
OK. Ian, good luck. Plenty of witnesses. If you know anything, please call Martin.
Plenty of calls coming in on the CCTV footage we showed. You may remember the bald, bearded man responsible for thefts from that hotel in Bath and from Dinosaur World in Torquay. Well, we've had some interesting calls on him, giving 2 possible locations. Detectives will be following those up. But, of course, it was such a clear picture, they really do need a name.
Right, it is... there you are. It's just a week since the National Crime Agency was launched. Their very first operation targeted suspected users of fraudulent identity documents.
Criminals have numerous identities and they travel on one identity, get to perhaps an international hub, change their identity again and then travel on again.
National Crime Agency, open the door!
This operation means that we can stop that identity crime and stop their criminal activities by taking those documents and them out of circulation.
Well, the Director General of the National Crime Agency, Keith Bristow, is with me again. I know it's been a very busy week for you. Tell me about fake documents and fake identities. Why do they matter? What is it these people are getting up to that you want to nab them for?
Well, serious and organised criminals use these documents to hide their true identity, which is an important part of their toolkit. Remember, these are people that choose a lifestyle which is all about making money out of other people's misery. These are serious criminals.
Yes, because it's easy to think, oh, fake documents, it all sounds rather sort of romantic and glamorous. Actually, you're talking about people who perpetrate what sort of crimes? And we can take a look at some of the suspects now.
Well, some of the people that are on the screen at the moment, we need viewers' help because we want to bring these people to justice. They are drug traffickers, they're involved in fraud, money laundering. These are serious and organised criminals and we need the public's help.
Lots of details, lots of faces on our website. Keith, for now, thanks very much for joining us. Let's go to Martin.
Lots of calls coming in on the CCTV, lots of calls coming in on wanted faces, starting with this chap, Roger Lim, wanted on suspicion of sexual assault. We had a call as recently as today saying they'd seen him today, giving a description of the clothing he was wearing. Police, of course, will check up on that as we speak. And Howard Blackman, a call from someone saying they'd seen him in London last week.
Well, there we are then. That is just about everything for now. But, of course, details on all of tonight's cases and lots of others are on the website. You can press red on your remote at any time until midnight to have another look at the wanted faces and CCTV. Keep an eye on Twitter, too, where you can find the latest details on how your calls are helping to crack cases. We're going to be back next month, of course. But for now, from everyone on the team, thank you very much for your calls. Keep calling. It makes a difference.